This is Inverpolly, without a doubt one of the best locations to go packrafting in Scotland. Cut off from road access and with several large lochs dotted around and between some of the most picturesque mountains in the country, it's hard to beat it as an introduction to this way of travelling through the wilderness. I've been here several times, but this time I invited fellow YouTubers Dave and Evgenia to try packrafting by joining me on my first time camping on one of the stunning islands on Loch the largest in the region. It's a time to enjoy some wonderful early summer weather, cool water dips, and one another's company in an amazing location.
My name's Feargus. This is the middle of nowhere. So this is the shore of Loch Shunskeig, which is right in the middle of Inverpolly, which used to be a nature reserve and stopped being a nature reserve for some reason. But it's one of the most beautiful places in the whole of Scotland. It's the centerpiece of that spectacular view that you get if you ever climb Stack Polly, which is the most popular mountain all the way up here. And you look out over this area and it just looks like a wilderness to dream for, at least on British standards. And I'm being very sociable again. I'm not alone. Just like last time, I had some people that just showed up and are joining me. This is, can I call you Ev? Evgenia.
Hello.
And Dave. And they are also both YouTubers, and they're much more famous than me.
I'm not famous.
So they make a lot of videos, especially going camping on summits, which I rarely go right to the top, but these guys have loads of videos of camping on summits, so I would certainly recommend looking at their stuff, and I'll put the links up in the description below. But today we are taking these three boats out onto this huge loch, and it is the best day of the year so far, so it's an absolutely amazing time to go. And we're going to camp on the lovely forested islands way out there through that gap. And it is Dave's first time paddling, so this should be interesting, especially if he loses his balance.
Which will happen because I'll chuck him off.
Wow.
Thank you for the words of comfort.
Right, let's get going. On the move. There you go. He's not going around in circles. Just take your time to get used to it. So this is the good stuff. At last. It took us, I don't know, 3 hours or something to get ready for the water. But this is one of the best places in the whole of Britain to do this sort of thing. Welcome to prehistoric Scotland. I love this place. How are your legs? How are your legs?
I broke them and asses that.
Yeah, that's kind of inevitable. The view of Sullivan is just epic because you're halfway between Stackpolly and Sullivan, so it just takes up such a huge chunk of the sky over there. This end of the island is relatively sparsely dotted with trees, whereas the other end is a primeval woodland thick with birch trees, and it's the same on the other smaller islands that are dotted around over there. And there's a lovely little beach on one of them over in that direction. I'm trying to see it. Well, you'll see that one later. We won't leave without visiting it. But this is a good camping spot actually. I have seen it before, but I've never camped here.
Wow, I could swim the whole island.
Go to the next one.
No. Don't want to my own, I'll do it with you guys. This is how to use the bobcat. Tarp for the dual mid.
You're going to rename it a knobcat.
Knobcat. So beautiful here. And in the wind shadow of the island, so calm. Just the birds singing in the forest. So awesome. So let's go and find this beach. White sandy beach. I've been on before. There's the sand. What little of it there is. A little bit of sand. I remember getting out here a couple of years ago and just sunbathing, because it was a lovely day like today. Here come the others on their way paddling with the wind. It's going to be harder for them to get back. It's easier with the kayak.
That's a cute beach.
Like I said, it's not big. There's deer tracks on the sand.
Oh.
So this one's closer to the mainland. Did you say mainland? For a freshwater island. So this is the camp area that I did know about. Nice flat patch here in the woods. Magical. Like I said, like prehistoric Scotland. So Evgenia is is half Greek, which is quite interesting. Where's your origins, your family from?
Ireland.
Oh, I think you told me that
Northern
before.
Ireland, yeah. My mum and dad came over to England in the 60s and they lived over here longer than they lived in Ireland.
How did you guys get into doing all of this?
I only started all of this, well, there's two stages for me because I first started mountain walking in 2015 and I always wanted to spend more time in the mountains, and I did mountain biking, but I never really spent, as silly as it sounds, much time in the mountains because you're always rattling down them on a mountain bike, which I loved. But
Did you not have to cycle up?
I hated that. I had a few trips to Europe and they had cable cars that took you up, which are far more preferable. And then you just throw yourself down the other side, which I love that. But I wanted to get into mountain walking, but none of my mates were interested in it.
Okay.
So I kicked it around for a bit, asking people and waiting to try and get groups together. And you know what it's like trying to get people together. Sometimes it's just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, sod it, I'm just going to go on my own. That was like about 2015, and I started in the lakes. I hadn't done anything for the top 10 mountains in the lakes. I didn't even know what they were. Didn't know about Wainwrights or Munros or anything. So that's what I decided to do. And my first wild camp was, I remember, December 2016.
You
And
did your first wild camp in December on your own?
on my own, yeah. And
So I did my first one on my own too.
it was
Wow.
absolutely freezing
Summit
in the
camp
Lake
as
Districts on a mountain. And I wasn't doing YouTube or anything then.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, in a sadistic sort of way, I just loved it. Then just went on from there.
But the camping was inspired by COVID. I'd never been out hiking. I'd never picked my first summit camp. I'd never actually pitched a tent in my life. And I did it up Great End in the Lake District by myself, an 18-mile 2-day hike.
You didn't
And
even try setting it up before you
No, I
left?
didn't. It's bad, I know. But boiling heat.
In Oh, it wasn't December. Okay.
Boiling heat. It was a heat wave. There was no wind. I knew I would have been safe. And then after that, realised, oh, I did well with setting the tent up. Didn't even look at the instructions. I just did it. It was my Bobcat one. The way you should do it, you know. And I remember having some fantastic dips in the pools there. Then after that, I was addicted. For me, the Monroe bagging obsession came from having been the athlete the whole life, 28 hours a week training and 28 hours a week working. The go stopped as soon as I had my old knee injury. It never started again. And I went back into swimming for a period of time to try and get that back, and I did, but then fractured my wrist. And then I never just could get back into it, so the Monroe bagging kind of replaced that void of go training, because it was go. So it was just something I could still do, because I wasn't obviously a professional skater anymore. So it replaced it.
So you were a professional skater,
Yeah.
and you had a career.
In synchronised ice skating, we
Okay.
represented Great Britain. And then I was
Wow, I am really in the presence of greatness.
I was not great on
The
it.
the two of you.
I was aiming to
The two of
represent
you. I mean, I
Greece.
saw one of your videos, and it's like, wow, she really knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just break my nose in about 2 seconds
You
trying
know
to
what,
do
if I
it.
say something about the swimming and the skating though, is if I'd stuck at the swimming and not quit the swimming when I was 14, I think I could have maybe stood a chance at Olympics.
Here we are.
And here you are. Well,
And
Here
now
we are.
doing nothing of such, looking at mountains, sitting in tents.
well, do you regret the fact that you never
I
got?
don't know. I wonder what I'll be doing in 4 years.
Because I know that a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do when I was 20, I'm really glad I didn't go down that path. It just wouldn't have suited my personality.
What did you want to do?
I
when you
wanted
were
to. I wanted to be a photographer doing like National Geographic or BBC documentaries, something along those lines. But I know a bunch of people who do that, and I think it would not suit me.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm getting back in the tent.
Are the midges bad?
Yeah.
But they're not good.
Okay.
How was your sleep?
It was alright. How was yours?
Good, I got up for 3 It was beautiful at night. The sun was like out. This is sun, you know, the moon was out.
Oh, did the fog clear up in the night?
It cleared up and the moon was up over the water.
Ah.
Oh. Nice. Apart from the midges. I'm gonna go for a quick wander up the hill and take some pictures in the woods because
Stay at that then.
What?
The midges compared to yours.
oh, that's awesome.
Strange.
Yeah, I've seen that before. On Loch Marie, actually. Loch Marie is like this when the midges are extremely bad. Is that keeping them away? Double-edged sword of the beauty of spring. Everything wakes up, including pure evil itself.
Oh, I'm filming this.
So, I just make this myself.
I didn't bring it.
Watch you don't burn your arm.
Yeah, good point. There's already holes in my other merino top from that. Right, that's us off the island, and all of a sudden, after a beautiful sunny morning, that low foggy cloud has come back in again. It's not down to the ground like it was in yesterday evening, but it's very much come to cover us over. It's hidden stack poly again. We've still got a view of Sullivan over there, which is looking as majestic as ever. this is where we started. And it's turned into a lovely day again, just the way it started. Here's the final member of our party arriving back. Having a nice time. It's lovely. So here ends my first collaborative YouTube video.
Oh yeah! Congratulations!
Thanks. And
Why do you choose us?
well, you were the only ones that actually answered my. Actually, you suggested it.
That was a while back, wasn't it?
It was a while back, yeah. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, please, and give me a thumbs up. I love to hear comments, as I always say, and I will see you all soon, I guess. I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine now. I might have some fish and chips with these guys.
Ooh. I'm going to get scampi, I'm going to ruin it.
Seafood and chips.